So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the wave, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The numbers from a week ago for Pickens. 4 catches, 62 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Throwing on first down. Brenner. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Tackle there by Michael Pierce. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but he was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They'll run on first down. Kidd, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give, Carter running right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, Kidd. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And able to get this to the 31. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
14 touchdowns. Now, that's production because you're ringing the bell and putting points on the board for your team. Yardage catches, everyone loves that. But can you get in the end zone? And that's what he's done consistently.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. A give up the middle to Carter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down now, Kidd. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Brenner. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brenner. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that was the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Brenner. And here's Freiermuth again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 23. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Looking to throw. Brenner. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Brenner. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And he stopped immediately there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Second and 3. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Brenner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended and looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Forced out to his left. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to
pass the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On the move past the 40, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Brenner. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Taken in at the 22. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. but more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens have scored again in this third quarter. This time the move out in front. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. The give is to Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Off play action. Brenner. And oh, it coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes, right side. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground. And then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Brenner
finds Pickens outright.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Back to throw. Brenner. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took it to the limits.
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Carter. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Throw left side complete. That's Richards. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Brenner under pressure, and they got to him again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here, because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Brenner. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Brenner over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And now out come the Steelers. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On first down, Brenner. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going across the field, he finds Phillips. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date.
Chain a game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm, making history. Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I